Good day, folks. This is Greg Judy at Green Pastures Farm. Today we are putting in an offset on a farm that was really fenced terribly. And we're not going to tear out the fence, but I wanted to, I harp over and over again, you don't put steel posts with these little cheapo stick-on insulators. And then you cry, oh, I tried electric fence, it don't work. Well, heck no, it don't work. You use junky, crappy stuff, which the previous landowner did. He always had trouble keeping his animals in because he didn't have electricity. I wonder why. Reckon this could have something to do with it? I've been going down through here. We're gonna put an offset. We're gonna come off of these lines just about a foot. But I mean, it's just junk, okay? You use junky materials, you're gonna have junky results. It's that plain and simple. This is one of ours. So we had this farm years ago, or my nephew did, and we fenced it right, and then another guy came in, and he was a steel post guy. Now look at this. Oh, pin lock. No. Oh, yeah, look at that. It's resting right against that steel post. I wonder how much voltage you have in your fence. You might try 0. It's this way all the way through here. But he'd be the first one to tell you electric fence don't work. I mean, just cheap. Look at that. A little cheap pin lock thing that pops out if a branch hits it. Yeah, just terrible. Terrible fencing. We get done, we're putting in sheet fencing in here. We're gonna have a 12 to 14 inch wire and one at 28. We're not gonna use any of the existing fence. It's gonna be there just for show, but it's not gonna be serving any function. It is the property line. You go start yanking out a fence like this, it shows where the property line is. You don't want to do that unless you talk to the adjacent landowner across the fence from you, because he could get upset. He's like, oh, wait a minute, you tore out the fence. How do you know where it's at? And then you get into a property dispute. So just be careful of that. I've had it happen to me once, and I got lucky. The fence was grown into some of the trees that we didn't take out, and so there it was. And the guy was drunk. The other landlord, he came down, he's drunk. And I'd paid for all the dozing, put in the fence and everything. He didn't pay a dime on anything. But he was one of those chronic complainers. And he come down there screaming at Jan and I that we'd moved the property line. How can you tell where the property line was at? And, looking back, I was younger then. The correct thing they've done would have went and said, I'm going to take this fence out. There wasn't any fence there to speak of. I mean, it was just all rotten barbed wire. Wouldn't hold anything. It wasn't even up. Most of it was down in the ground. But, I didn't. I will from now on. I always do now. But that guy, he was upset. So I followed him over there, and I said, well, there it is. What are you talking about? I said, look in them trees. I left the wire sticking out on each side of the tree where you can see where the old fence row was. And I said, I put the fence on my side. I gave you 2 foot of my property. Quit your complaining. That was the end of it. I never heard any more about it. He gained 2 foot for, oh gosh, probably 1,800 feet. Over a quarter mile, and he got 2 foot of my land because I didn't want to take the trees down. I wanted to save them for shade, and so I just moved the fence over on me. So if you're going to do that, don't be moving the fence on them, because now they can say, well, you stole my land. But if you put the fence on you, I mean, what good is this going to do anybody? I mean, all you got is 2 foot of bare ground here, okay? So just something to think about. But look at this one. It's completely gone. I don't even see an insulator anywhere around here. It's yellow, it ought to be showing up. It's gone. I'd say a deer hit that at full stride. And, you know, it probably flung it out there in the brush somewhere. But Lila and Elizabeth and Sasha are behind me. We've already cut all this out. And we're gonna run posts all the way up through here. And it's gonna be a pretty good fence because we got this old crappy fence backing it up. The wires on this fence are relatively tight. It's down in the woods, so it doesn't get a lot of sunlight here, so the brush isn't gonna be too bad growing up on top of it. And yeah, that's what we got. But we know one thing, if we have a short in our fence, this is the first place we're gonna go look because of these stinking things. I mean, they're all up through here. There must be, I don't know, 100 of them. They're brand new. I mean, they're good brand new steel posts with no insulators on them. So we're not gonna be energizing these. There's 3 high tensile wire there that are just wasted. He just wasted it, putting that in there. But you can't talk, you know, some people you just can't talk to them. So gotta leave it alone. But I don't like using steel. If you can't tell by now, it's just a joke. I don't like using trees. See these? He put trees on there. You mean the wire? The tree's gonna grow in. This one's going down. There's a little black one down there. I mean, come on. That's not a fence. So that's what you got. That's what you got. Use poor products, you know. Go get you some timeless posts, pre-drilled. They're already painted. They got the UV coating on them. They're sharpened. They got a depth gauge. They're non-conductive. Folks, they're the best posts made. And get you a good timeless post, put an offset in here, or if you want to take the fence out, replace all this, just take it all out and put timeless in here, you'd be done. You'd just be done. You wouldn't have to worry with it ever again. People say, oh, the posts are expensive. Well, are they? How expensive are they if your cattle out if they're on the highway? That's a cheap post right there, folks. You owe it to your livestock to keep them on your property. And a fence like this, they're not going to be on you. They're going to be on your neighbor. And this guy doesn't have livestock. This is a hunting property over here. He doesn't want cattle in there. It's a good way to have, you know, bad conditions with your neighbor. This is another thing they did. Look at this. He probably had this around here on this. I don't know where he had this at. That's not an insulator, folks. It's a piece of garden hose. It doesn't stay on the fence. Don't be using these either. I've been seeing this all down through here. About every 100 feet, not even that, about every 50 feet, you find some of this. It's ridiculous. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pick that up and put it in my, there, it's not gonna decompose, that's for sure. It's rubber. But yeah, we're ready to start building fence. I'm gonna get out of here and we'll see you next time.